Before I proceed, we have also, I want to talk a little bit about myself and my story. What brought me here today? I grew up, as a little kid, I grew up in Egypt. And I was the most energetic, cheeky, relentless guy that you could ever like. A kid that was always moving around. My parents, we didn't have like, our house was like not big enough. So I would like make a mess of everything. I was like a little raccoon, like always getting stuff and the first contact I come with, I just mess it up, you know? So they didn't know what to do with me. So they just put me in every sport you can imagine. Archery, diving, gymnastics, horseback riding, table tennis. And they surely didn't know how to manage my energy levels now. Because I was passing out afterwards. I used to go in the morning at 8 a.m., wake up every day, go to diving, do a lot of like fitness work, and then go to the pool, dive for like 4 or 5 hours, and then just in case I had some energy left in me, my parents would leave me stranded for another hour in the club. I just walk around. I couldn't find them. There was no phone at the time. I didn't have anything. So I'd just stay there, and they would leave me so I could go back home and just pass out. This experience taught me a lot in my life. So once I got into diving as a professional sport, I became really good at it. And it taught me about perfection and mastery. How to master something. When you go from something, when you're focusing on how to do a trick in the best way possible, you would like walk on the board, on the platform like this. You gotta focus and you gotta visualize exactly how you're gonna do the trick. And you do it so many times that sometimes you get bored, you get lost into it. And so you have to get that concentration back. So no matter how exhausted you are, no matter how tired you are, you have to get back up and focus. Because if you don't focus, you gotta go slam your head, and it's gonna hurt. Trust me. From a 10-meter platform, that hurts. So afterwards, I stopped, I quit diving, I decided to pursue my education. And this is when I came here. I graduated in economics, worked for an insurance company. And this is when reality really hit me. I saw people in the office just always incessantly talking about the future and about acquiring things and all that sorts of things. And I was like, this is not the environment I saw when I was a teen. This is not the environment I saw in sports. And after the long hours of work, they would be drained of life and energy. So I was like, I gotta find something else. I gotta see what my passion is. And this is where my passion, my pursuit of my passion started. So I put an ad on Kijiji, calisthenics, sports-related exercise, contact me if you ever want to do something that you've never done before. So I get this guy who works 90 hours a week, and I see that face, and I was like, oh shit, I recognize that face. It's the same face that I saw in my colleagues' features at the end of the day work. I was like, God, seriously, again? You giving me that? And then we got into training, straight into training. And then the guy started opening up more. He started expressing his own feelings. The way he liked, what he went through, and he started like coming up with personal stuff too. And then after the workout, he stared at me in the eye and smiled and said, "Thank you so much," he said. I was like, this is what I want. That is what I want, exactly. That transformation from becoming a lifeless, energy-drained person to someone who's full of energy and wants to live. And he's ambitious. He wants to chase his dreams. So I went to a gym, I started training CrossFit, and this is when I saw the reality of everything. It's different for sports. I saw everyone doing the same thing every day. Day in, day out, squats, deadlifts, bicep curls, like this, and that, so this is not movement. There's something wrong. And I saw everyone was rigid and inflexible. Not only in their bodies, but also in their minds. And that was the interesting part. The mind, for me, was something that I wanted to really dig deeper into and find out about it more. And when I really got down to the base of it, I saw that people were lacking in faith and courage. And that's something that I faced every day in diving. When you're on a 10-meter platform and you have a dive, there's always fear in the back of your mind, no matter how many times you do it. There's always the fear of falling flat on your face. There's always the fear of hitting the board. There's so many factors that play that you can destroy everything. So this is where I created Fit 5, and I wanted to turn doubt into certainty. Everyone to believe that they could do something. But everyone was telling me, but I'm afraid, maybe I'm not going to do it. Maybe my genes are not made for this. So I was like, you know that you may be disappointed in the process, but you know what the biggest disappointment is? Let me tell you about the biggest disappointment. There's a story about a man who was walking in the street. He was walking just casually, empty street. He finds an egg on the floor. He picks up that egg, looks at it strangely, and then puts it in his pocket, and then continues walking. He keeps walking for several miles, and then he finds a chicken hen. That chicken's hen, he saw a bed of eggs next to it. And so he decides to take this egg that he found on the floor and put it amidst all the eggs of the chickens. 2 days later, the eggs hatch. All the eggs hatch except that little egg that he put. All the chickens came out, all those little chickens came out, and then slowly that egg in the middle started cracking. And then you saw a little eagle coming out. And then they were all together, growing up together. That eagle grew up with that chickens. They grew up good and they had fun, and they would fly off the floor a couple of feet and then go back to the ground. And there was lots of fun. And then one day, that eagle grew old. And then he looked up in the sky and he sees this huge bird soaring in the sky, dominating the skies. And he was quite curious. He asked one of the chickens, "Who is this?" "Oh, that's the eagle. That's the king of the skies." So he was disappointed, really disappointed in himself, to see himself that he had those wings, but he never used them. He never put them into use. So moral of the story is, we all have those inner wings within us, but we refuse to find them out. We refuse to spread them. We refuse to think that we can do something because other people told us, our parents told us that we can't, or other people told us, "Oh, no, you're not worthy of this." So we believe in it. And guess what? What you believe is going to manifest itself. That's how it works. And so Fit 5 is all about turning doubt into certainty. If you have any doubts, I'm going to turn it to certainty by letting you know that, okay, you can actually change your mind and your body in certain ways, but you have to, the first step is to believe in it. So, this is my story. Now, I'm going to introduce Diego Arizada. So, Diego, he's like a master of everything. He's a personal trainer, fitness instructor, author, winner of 2018 Best Blogger. So, give it up for Diego once again.